Would you like to be a publisher?
Yes.
Publishing is the key. I got to tell you, that is how Michael mentioned that 12 million I made in 5 years. It was a joint venture I put together. How did I get that joint venture partner? Well, here's the beautiful part. He called me. Is that, you know, we all think, oh man, getting a joint venture partner that would make us a bunch of money would be great, but how do you go about doing it? He called me. And the reason he called me, I had articles appearing in magazines about the dial-up computer bulletin boards back in 1982 and 83. He read the magazine and went, holy, I can't believe it, this guy only lives 2 hours away from me. Called me up, we worked together, and over the next 5 years, together we generated $12 million. But he was attracted to me. That's because I was published. And that's because I was recognized immediately in his eyes as an expert. You know, when people refer to me as an expert, I feel kind of like, I remember an interview with David Letterman one time, and they said, man, what does it feel like to be so successful and such a popular, successful entertainer? And he said, I wake up in the morning, and I look in the mirror, and I go, dear God, I hope they don't figure it out. And I thought to myself, you know, that's kind of how I feel about this, but as long as they think that's, you know, I'm the expert, I'll go with that. I want you to, here's another example. I don't know if you can see that picture very clearly. I want you to meet Brian Berg. I just read about this guy the other day when I had both eyes working. Found this little article about him. You can see there, he's building giant skyscrapers out of cars. This guy builds, I mean, he builds Eiffel Towers and all kinds of stuff out of this. He actually just recently, the reason they wrote this article is he just recently broke the world's record for tallest structure made from playing cards. The record he broke was his. So he's done it twice. And as I read this article, I got really intrigued. This guy's from Dallas. It says he spent 30 days from September to October building the nearly 26-foot tall card tower and city that won the record. 26 feet tall. He's only 33, and they go, he's one of those lucky people who makes his living with his hobby. Now, I had to read the rest of this. I go, how the hell do you make money doing that? So I love that, don't you? It's like, how, you look at some of these people and you go, okay, now what does he do to eat? You can't eat these cards, right? He says, this is no kind of torture or boredom for me. Get this, he's a trained architect. And he told the CNN reporter that was interviewing them that he would take it, when they kept asking him, well, how much do you make doing this? You know, they couldn't believe he'd make anything. He says, I'd take a significant pay cut if I went back to being an architect. What he does is he goes around to malls. And he makes arrangements to be their weekend entertainment. I'll build a structure, it'll attract people, you pay me a couple thousand, 10,000, whatever he charges. And, oddly enough, he also has a book. Are you going to tell me there's limits to this? Camtasia is one of my favorite programs. This enables you to become the computer professor. You can literally teach people software, show them how to do stuff. You can actually, get this, use PowerPoint, create a PowerPoint presentation like I just did here, mark the screen with Camtasia, talk into a microphone, and make a video of your slides talking.